Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today's adventure is mowing the lawn. It's getting pretty tall now. That's about how tall it is. But that'd be too easy. The mower's broke, which means I gotta do some wrenching. I think the carburetor's plugged up. It's starving for fuel. It's popping out the intake and doing all sorts of crazy stuff. It's intermittent, but also suspecting that I have a burnt valve. It started doing it and I discovered that one of the valves was like tight. It had no clearance, so it's possible that it was getting damaged when I wasn't closing all the way. So I'm gonna give it a try on the just the carburetor. I know it's got issues. I just don't run it all year out here. Right now it's the wet season, so things are green. And I could push mower it, but that takes about an hour and a half every week. The riding mower takes like 45 minutes every 2 weeks because it can take a bigger cut. The riding mower's POS. It was kind of left here on the property when I bought it. Actually, it came with the property. Well, no, it was on the property when I was buying it, but the old owner gave it to the guy across the street. I don't know if the dude bought it or what happened, but it didn't run. It was just done. It's 20 years old, and I've been resurrecting it for the past 5 years. Eventually just kind of commandeered it from the neighbor. It was community, but he's got a gardener, and the other neighbor used it a little bit too, but they got their own way of doing it, and I got the most grass, so I kind of kept it, and I've been maintaining it. I'm probably 650, 700 bucks into it over the 5 years in parts, which, a new mower is almost $2,000. You know, 1,600 and up for a 20 horse riding mower. So I'm not up for spending the money on a new mower. It's something I use maybe, 2 months out of the year, and then it's parked. But that's what we're doing today. I'm gonna start with the carburetor, and had to shut off my stereo. It's the only thing that sucks when I YouTube. I gotta turn off the damn music because I get flagged for copyright when YouTube picks up sound in the background and it's like a released music, which sucks. It's a pain in the ass. So I have to turn off the stereos, or when I'm recording in the truck, I can't have the music going in the background. Anyway, there's the mower. It's I already took some of it apart. This is only on a couple screws. I'm going to take the cover off. I'm going to take this front hood off because the carburetor is in the front here somewhere, way down there. I don't want to be fighting it either, so I'm just going to take the hood off. And if the carburetor don't fix it, the head's got to come off and probably take him to the machine shop. The motor still is pretty strong. So I'm not gonna try to buy another motor. I'm gonna try to resurrect this one if I can. Like I said, 2 months out of the year is not worth a new mower, and it's worth a little more effort to keep it going versus my push mower, which works. I got a working push mower. I exercise it regularly just to exercise it, but I'd rather be riding, which is much more fun. This is another fine American product where half of it's metric and half of it is standard, which always makes it fun. I already took a bunch of this apart, troubleshooting the coils and the plugs. Wanted to make sure a mouse didn't get in there because this was parked outside. There we go. It's like a 10 millimeter. There's a fuel line. No, that guy's got to come out. Go. Looks like there's an O-ring. There's the float. Gonna do my best to try to save the gasket, as you know, I don't have another one. Sometimes you can save it and sometimes you can't. This one's good. So see if I can save this gasket. All right, I'm gonna test this valve. It's the fuel valve on the carburetor. Yeah. Gonna give it a quick check. Turn on my power supply. I'm just using a regular bench top. So it's clicking, which is a good sign. I'm gonna put an air hose to it. I'm just gonna put it in there and make sure it's clear. Gonna put the flaps back on. I may see a problem there. This plastic plate is warped, and I wonder if it's leaking there. Well, yeah, it's possible it's leaking there. Look at that. That's no good. Take that back out. No, actually not. It's not leaking. It's got should be okay. Alright, let's slap this thing back on the motor. I'm not gonna put the air filter cover on right now because I just want to run it. Actually, no, I need to put it on. I need to put it on because it points the wrong way. That's a good way to start a fire. Whoop. Okay. Put the cover on. We don't want it to overheat. Put a couple bolts in there. We don't want the cover to fly out because there's pressure underneath it. So if I don't screw it down, it's gonna blow the cover off. Forgot to charge the battery, so I'm guessing it's dead. I'm gonna have to jump it with the big one, the big cables. Try that real quick. Gotta turn on my vent. I'm gonna gas myself out. Hit the exhaust. Go to high power. I got a gigantic whole house fan in here so I can suck exhaust out when I'm working. More air in. Gonna try. It's possible that I'm losing the power while it's running. There's something vibrating on all the safety switches, and I'm maybe momentarily losing the fuel valve, and that could be causing it too. But you know, we'll put a meter on it real quick. The carburetor thing didn't do a thing. It's still the same. I'm gonna go ahead and just pull the heads at this point, unless it's an ignition problem, but I've kind of played with the ignition and both the cylinders are firing, because I can pull a plug at a time and it's only doing it under load, so that's telling me, you know, there's something else going on in there. And just from knowing when I found those valves too tight, partially, you know, not closing all the way, I'm thinking that one of them is kind of gone, so I'm gonna just pull it apart. I mean, it needs new valve stem seals and guides probably, so send it off to the machine shop. I don't have any valve grinding equipment. I used to, but I sold it a long time ago. I didn't do enough valve jobs to make it worth it. And somebody came by and wanted it, so I'm like, sure, I'll sell it. But anyway, so off with pulling the heads. All right, getting the exhaust pipe off of there. That's a little more pain in the butt. Had to take some of the shrouds off, otherwise couldn't get to the bolts. They're Allen head. Work that head out of there. There's the push rods, there's a cylinder. And there's the valves. Throw this one on the bench. Yeah, this one's not looking too happy. Got something going on in this one. You can see how that one is. You can see how the exhaust valve is a lot darker over here. So got to get these dislodged. Got to get the rockers off, and then I can get the keeper out. Well, there's the valve. There's the valve seat. So yeah, this is the one that was leaking, one of these. You can kind of see it. It's shiny, and then there's a spot that's not shiny. That's where the exhaust is escaping. And it's pretty rough too. Yeah, it's pretty beat up. Let's get this guy off of there. Same thing with this guy. Exhaust valve is, you can tell it's been leaking. Yeah, this intake valve's seen other better days, that's for sure. So, alright, I'm done for the day. I gotta throw these into the washer and get them cleaned up, and then take them to the machine shop, have the valves done, and then reassemble it.